The budget for the Community Development Department contains 4 primary functional areas: planning and inspections, economic development, downtown parking, and commercial revitalization. An overview of each functional area and the corresponding department fund will be provided as part of this presentation.
In Fund 201, Planning and Inspections, we find the planning, licensing, and building inspection activities of the city. This department is funded through a combination of general fund levy revenue and fees generated from permitting and licensing activities. The primary duties include site and development plan review, planning commission support, comprehensive plan implementation, building plan review, permitting for construction projects, inspection services, and business licensing. This department will see an overall decrease in its budget of 1.7% for 2022, with an increase in other services and supplies that will be offset by a decrease in personnel services. Last year's adopted budget was $448,150, and this year staff is proposing a budget of $440,671, a difference of $7,479. The city's general fund will continue to support this department with funding for the city planner position. Personnel services will decrease by $14,604. This reduction is related to 2 primary staffing changes within the department. First, a new city planner has been hired for 2022 at a lower pay rate than the previous planner. Secondly, one of the administrative assistant positions has been eliminated. The impact of these changes is tempered by allocating 10% more director staff time to Fund 201, as significant redevelopment projects in the pipeline are expected to require increased planning attention from the department. Fund 204 covers staffing and operations for the economic development functions of the city on behalf of the city's Economic Development Authority. The department is funded through a special EDA levy that is separate from the city's general fund. The primary objectives of the department include developing and implementing projects and programs that increase property values and grow the city's tax base, enhance business opportunities, promote business expansion and retention, and promoting housing reinvestment for all types of housing in the city. Overall, the budget for Fund 204 will see a decrease of 1.8%, or $4,597 for 2022. The decrease will be spread across 3 primary categories: personnel services, supplies and other services, and charges. With a little more detail, we can see the overall decrease is from $254,625 in 2021 to $250,028 in 2022. Personnel services will decrease by $1,472 and will accommodate planned cost of living increases for the CD director and CD coordinator. Supplies will decrease by $300 to be more reflective of historic trends, and other services will decrease by $4,700 due to decreases in the budget for expert and professional services, as staff plan to charge fees for these services to specific redevelopment projects that are currently in the pipeline. Fund 228, or the Downtown Parking Fund, covers the management, operation, and maintenance of the city-owned municipal parking ramp located just west of Central Avenue at 4025 Van Buren Street. This fund will see an overall decrease of 27%. The decrease is being driven by a shift in management strategy for the ramp that relies more on user fees than city general funding. For several years, the primary user of the ramp was Fairview Health Services, as the adjacent 3-story office building at 4000 Central Avenue has limited parking and relies on the ramp for nearly all of its parking needs. In 2021, the city took back the management and operational responsibilities from Fairview for the ramp. In late 2020, Fairview Health Services closed their clinic operations at the location and announced their intent to open a credentialing service operation in place of the clinic. Fairview has since changed course and notified the city that they will fully vacate the building and terminate their parking agreement with the city effective September 1st, 2022. Staff will work with new prospective tenants and owners of this building on future parking contracts and plan to enter into a contract with the Lattice LLC to provide for overflow parking support for the redevelopment site located at 3989 Central Avenue. In addition to the operations and maintenance of the ramp, staff is working to develop a capital improvement plan for the ramp to be implemented in 2022. Improvement highlights include a new elevator, new doors, new LED lighting, and a fully upgraded security surveillance system. Funding for these improvements is outside of the annual budget, and a separate capital resource fund has been reserved for these activities. Fund 408 represents the city's redevelopment project fund or commercial revitalization program fund. There are two primary activities supported by this fund currently. The Facade Improvement Grant Program that provides grants to small businesses for exterior improvements and surveillance cameras, and the Commercial Revitalization Project, which provides funding to acquire legally non-conforming single-family homes that are commercially zoned for redevelopment purposes. In 2022, the budget proposes the same allocation as last year to each program, $50,000 to the Facade Improvement Grant Program and $200,000 to the Commercial Revitalization Program. Fund 408 is supported by the city's SpecialHRA Levy. The 2022 budget proposes a $60,000 increase to the total levy amount to support additional redevelopment priorities of the EDA. This increase represents the estimated maximum levy available within state statutory limits and will be a 24% increase over the 2021 budget. Staff will discuss allocation options for the additional funding with the EDA later in the year. Examples include the facade program, commercial revitalization, and the newly created fire sprinkler grant program.